Hey guys, welcome in. Welcome to our 4th episode. Welcome Isaac and Spartan and Awar. Welcome friends. With that, we're gonna hand it off to our lovely DM, Emma.
Hi friends. Alright. Let's do this before I start the recap. Let's do just quick little introductions, just saying what your name is as your player, and then what your character's name is, class, and race. Let's just do that really fast. So, JD, you start us off.
And JD, I played Jahan, the Fire Genasi Sorcerer. You have with an attitude.
Next up will be Red.
Hello, I'm Red. I play Zato. He is a Fire Genasi Warlock, and his pronouns are he, him, and he has jumped out of a carriage before.
Next up will be Lemon.
Hi, I am Lemon. My character is Nomal, the Halfling Barbarian, and I have my pet kitty cat, Gift Meme.
And
Did I forget anything?
No, I think you're. And the person who drove the carriage last time the most.
Oh yeah, I am our team leader.
Yes, the team leader. And last but not least is Chris.
Hi, I am Chris, and pronouns he, him, and I play the character Phelan, who is a rock gnome ranger. And so far, he is a little oblivious to everything around him. So, wish him good luck.
And after that, my name is Emmy. My pronouns are they, them, and I am your dungeon master for the evening. So, picking up on where we left last session, because it has been a little bit, the Revengers got in their carriage, just so y'all remember.
Yes, that is fully enclosed.
There was
Apparently
no
the boat's
carriage.
empty.
It is fully enclosed. They got in their carriage and they ventured 3 days to try to get to this is where I forget things. To get to the place of Branch Cove. They had traveled from Swissfire to get to Branch Cove. During that journey, we had it was just the children of the Revengers pushing along. At one point, Zato jumped out of the cart, causing them to stall their journey for just a tiny bit, and because of that action, they got attacked by a group of bandits. And now, all of our children, just want to point that out, they're all children, they got to experience their first fight and their first sight of death. And because I am a nice DM, and all of my players agreed for it, they want to. We are rewinding the clock a little bit, so my players can actually loot the bodies of the bandits that they murdered. So, who wants to make investigation checks on the bodies?
Me.
I do.
I do.
I would love to.
Okay, so
I'm not gonna find anything with my investigation.
okay, remember there are 6 bodies.
I have a map somewhere. There's the map. There's the map.
There are 6 bodies. I am going to say that if you guys roll high enough, I will give you guys a little treat. So
I like
let's
I
start
only want
off
one thing.
with the action. Let's start off with the oldest. Rolling investigation first for the first body. Normal. Can you please roll investigation for me?
Nope, I can't. I found nothing.
What did you get?
I got a 0.
No.
I'm sorry, what?
Are you
Oh.
sure? Are you sure you shouldn't have cleansed your dice, Lemon?
Yeah.
Wait,
It's just an investigation.
wait. Lemon, what exactly did you roll, and then what is your minus
No.
for investigation?
No, I rolled a nat 1, and I have a -1 in investigation. So my total is 0.
Okay. No,
But here's
for
the
the
thing.
first.
I only want to find a crossbow. That's all I want.
Well, normal. On this first body, you find a crossbow.
Thank you.
It's shattered into pieces, though.
It's my luck. I probably can't even use it.
Oh, what
Nope,
is this?
it is shattered. It is shattered beyond repair.
No, I
You
was
could- you
I was saying I don't even know if my character can use a crossbow or not.
Well, what, does the
I
weapon
don't-
say
I don't
crossbow
know.
on it?
I don't know if they could, but normal. Yeah, the crossbow that
Is
normal
it a
finds,
simple
it is-
weapon?
It's a crossbow, basically.
I don't think it would be simple.
I say if it's considered simple, because if it's considered simple, I can use it. What is the actual name? Let me look it up. I want to add it.
That is a light crossbow. Okay, while Lemon is looking at that, we'll go to our next oldest, Jahan. Can you roll me investigation and tell me what exactly you are looking for?
I can use it.
21.
21 already. What exactly are you looking for, or are you just looking for something?
Just looking.
So, you come across a body of one of the bandits, and you are able to find 4 things. You are able to find a scimitar, you are able to find a light crossbow. Actually, you find 5 things. So they have a scimitar, they have a light crossbow, they have a little pouch on the side of their person, which contains, I would say, 10 gold pieces. They have leather armor, and because you rolled over a 20, I'm going to ask you to roll 2 percentile die and give me the number that you rolled.
Okay. Okay, the first die is a 70. 9.
79. You find a first level spell scroll. You can think about what spell that you would want to use on that spell scroll later, but you now have a spell scroll for level 1 spells.
Okay.
Now, are you going to take everything that is on this guy, on this person's body?
I am taking the gold
You're taking 10 gold, so add 10 gold to your
and the scroll.
in the scroll. Okay, you take both of those things, add both of them to your character sheet. I don't know, after last time, I don't think spell scrolls, I don't remember if spell scrolls were available on the site that we are using, wink wink nudge nudge, not calling it what it actually is, but you can add it free-handed, or just remember that you have it,
I wrote it
and
down
we
on a piece
will
of paper.
Okay, we will figure that out when it comes to it. Next up, actually, because I don't remember who's the older of
Me.
the two.
It's Zato.
You're the
Zato's
Zato.
older?
youngest.
Zato's older.
Zato is older.
Alright.
Okay, Zato, you can roll for investigation and tell me what you are looking for.
I rolled a 3.
Okay, what exactly were you looking for?
Zato's looking for like weapons that he can just use up close and personal, specifically like a sword. He likes swords.
On this bandit, you just find a crossbow.
What's the condition? Like, what's the condition of it?
It's pretty worn down. It's really worn down.
I'll leave it there.
Okay, that's the only thing you find. Next up is going to be Phelan. Can you roll investigation for me and tell me what you are looking for?
Okay. Oh, I got a pretty decent one. Okay, what I'm looking for is...
What did you roll first?
Okay, I rolled a 14.
14, and then now what are you looking for?
Okay, what I'm looking for is just answers to anything that could connect to what we're looking for.
Okay. Roll the 14. Okay. Well, you find a scimitar, a light crossbow, and the armor that this person is wearing. You search around their body and you don't discover anything that involves where you're going to Branch Cove to figure out the cult. You don't find anything connecting to that. Did you want to take either the scimitar, the light crossbow, or the armor?
He already has a crossbow, so the armor.
Okay. I want you to add leather armor to your inventory.
Okay.
Now, this is up to the 4 of you. There are 2 more bandits left. Who is going to search? One person gets to search one bandit, the other person gets to search the other bandit, and the other 2 don't get to search at all. Who is searching?
Can I go find my javelin? Since it's mine, just go pick it up.
Yes, you can go pick up the javelin.
And then can I go look at one of the bodies that they already found and pick myself up a crossbow?
Can I look for one too? From the other body?
Not a new body. I want the body they've already searched and have pulled the stuff out of.
Oh.
Like the
Okay,
one I already found and
Yes.
grabbed what I wanted and just left things.
Since nobody picked up a crossbow except.
Yes, there are 3 crossbows. There was one in very, very bad condition that Zato just looked for, and then there's one which is in really good condition near Jahan, and then one that's in okay condition over by Phelan.
I want the
And
really
yes,
good
you
one
want
because
to-
he didn't pick it up and take it.
I didn't take anything
you
but
can
the
make-
gold and the scroll because it's all I can really use.
So you can pick.
Okay.
Yeah, you can take it, but
Okay.
I'm gonna take Normal out of the equation. Jahan.
No, I don't want to search for anything else.
Yeah, Jahan, Zato, and Phelan, who are going to search the last 2 bodies.
Me.
You're gonna search one. Who wants to search the other one?
Guess I'll search the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
John's just standing like there, just waiting for people at this point. He grabbed his 2 things and he was done. He's just like, I got a couple good things. I'm done. I don't care.
Let's do it in reverse order. Phelan, can you roll investigation for me
Sure.
and tell me what you are looking for?
12.
12. And are you still looking for information, or are you looking for something else?
Information.
You find the same scimitar, crossbow, and armor on this person. You still find no information.
Well, darn. Okay.
Are you going to take anything from this body?
Okay, how's the crossbow look?
The crossbow looks pretty okay. I mean, it looks like it's been used a couple times, but it's not close to breaking at any point in the near future.
He takes it.
Okay. Add a light crossbow to your inventory. And then Zato, roll for investigation and tell me what you are looking for.
I'm still looking for the same thing.
So you're looking for a close... Okay, roll for investigation.
16.
16, you find that scimitar. So there is a scimitar laying in front of you. There is also another crossbow and some leather armor.
What is the condition of the crossbow and the scimitar?
The scimitar is it looks like it's been used a couple of times, but it looks pretty good. And the light crossbow looks used a couple times, but it looks good.
You know, I'm actually gonna take the crossbow. I think I'll.
Are you gonna take both the crossbow and the scimitar?
I think I have enough, like what I have. I think I can go without it.
So, you said you. Okay, I want to make this clear.
Listen,
you just said you were
I-
looking for
I know,
close range.
but like a sword, not like a scimitar.
Scimitar is technically a sword.
Are we concerned about like having too much stuff, guys?
I would say for
Because
you guys,
because I can see them like looking at like I'm talking in character. Like I can see them looking and like deciding on what they want to pick.
okay.
Right?
Yes, you can obviously see
guys-
that they are.
Or just pick them all.
Okay, no more.
And I go and I'm gonna grab the bolts out of the carriage so I can have ammo for my crossbow.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh god. Okay. Does anyone? Oh, I don't even remember how many bolts were fired.
you,
you
I
said,
drew.
You said like only a few actually hit the carriage.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure 4 hit the carriage.
Well, no, it was 4 when I stuck my I
Head
jumped
out.
out.
I'm saying at least 4.
Yeah.
I am going to say, let's do this. You can pull 6 crossbow
Thank you.
bolts out of the carriage, add those to your inventory.
I'm just gonna take them both.
Okay, you're add a scimitar and a light crossbow to your inventory. Remember, guys, please add a light crossbow. Do not do any other types of
Yes,
crossbows.
light
Light.
crossbow,
Look, it's
not the ones that are
equipment or backpack?
green. It doesn't matter. I don't need 20 of them. I only get 6.
Emmy,
Yeah, what?
do I add it to equipment or do I add it to backpack?
Add it to your equipment because if you want to use it soon, I would say add it to your equipment.
Yeah.
Okay, you said light crossbow.
Light crossbow.
I don't even
Okay.
think
I
some
got
of
my
us couldn't
javelin.
even use anything over a light crossbow anyway.
That's
Probably
fine.
not. Alrighty.
But again,
And
like if we can take it, take everything you can.
Oh, John refuses to take everything. He just takes what he needs.
Okay. So then, is everyone finished rummaging through the bodies? Everyone got what they need?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yep.
Okay, now we can fast track back if we
Let's-
would so wish
Alright,
to.
and fast
What I
tracking
mean.
back. So you guys spend another night traveling to Branch Cove. And I believe I remember saying at 3 o'clock in the morning. You all
I don't remember what time.
It was.
I don't remember what time. I feel like it was around 3 or 9 in the
Does
morning.
chat know? Chat, do we know?
It was supposed to be like I think it was. We made it to it during lunch because we got held up at one point. We did a bad. We had to do a
I
rest,
was-
and so we
I
got
was
there at
doing-
like lunch.
I was doing in 6-hour increments and we started at 9. I remember that.
There was a 1 hour break to feed the horses
There
and
was-
such because I
there
ran
was a
out of
1 hour.
I rolled bad so that I couldn't. The horses refused to go, so we took a 1 hour food break.
Right. So
It was like 10 a.m. because the sun was
Yeah.
up.
So you guys arrive at Branch Cove at 10. Oh, that's not good.
Does it? Huh.
While JD maybe wants to try to fix that. You all make it to Branch Cove at 10 o'clock in the morning. And I would ask from fast tracking to I know you all got rest, but how exhausted do you think your characters are?
Did I finish driving?
Yes, because we decided that you would finish the drive to the place
Okay.
because you were the leader.
Gotcha.
So how exhausted is everyone at the moment? So especially Nomo, who's driving.
Well,
Hmm.
Mhm.
I don't. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know because I'm just sitting there.
That is true. But, I mean, we all took our own times and stuff, so...
Yeah. So everyone. I mean, I think probably be like, but I am also a child.
I mean, the rest of us would have been resting while you were driving the last little bit.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
I would say I might be like slightly exhausted.
It's the afternoon, not like the lunchtime for you, basically.
Yeah, more like it's been like a long day at work, but not like it's been like a long week at work. Does that make sense on
How
like
is-
exhaustion level?
How is everyone else feeling in the back of the park?
Jahan's just been laying there for like the last few days anyway, other than the battle. Basically.
Okay. How are Zato and Phelan doing?
Zato's fine.
Yeah, Phelan is also fine.
You guys make it into town. What is your next plan of attack?
To not jump out of a cart.
Without without knowing where we are? Probably not.
Yes. Can you like describe like where we are? So
So currently, you guys have made it to Branch Cove. Branch Cove is a little far ways out near the coast of this is where I forget what I named things. Remember I named
I have my pen ready to describe when you describe the town.
Oh yeah. Your
it's
little
basically
sticky note.
on the coast of the continent. It has a bunch of light forest areas surrounding like the outside of it. But it's basically near like I would say it's by the shore, and there's a little I would say there's like a tiny little area that like you can go to and relax. There's a bunch of buildings that I would say are shaped in a U shape, that when you come into town you are greeted with a bit of an open space until the buildings hit, and then behind the buildings that's where the shore is. You can see a bit of land behind, like a few, I would say a couple, not a couple, I would say a few 100 yards away. You can see land on the other side of the shore. I am bad at describing
So
things. This is
So
not
the
really good.
buildings are in a U shape, not the buildings are a U shape.
Yes, the buildings are in a U shape.
Well, one of your buildings is a U shape, according to my
Yes,
drawing.
of course. Yes, of course.
So you said the buildings are a U shape, so I thought the actual building itself. Normal is not good at listening, apparently.
Is it normal or
It's
lemon
fine.
not a good?
Okay, is there anything in the? Okay, so, when we enter the town, we've got all these buildings in a U shape. Is there like something in the middle of them all,
There's
or is it like
a
an open
little-
courtyard?
There's a little park in the middle that has a little fountain and a little play area for kids around your guys' age, maybe younger, that you can see like a few kids are playing at the moment. You can see a clock tower at the very middle of the U shape. And there are
That'll be my U
there's
building.
like a little pond. Yes, it's actually on the U. It just extends upward into a clock tower. And there is
Y'all will see my picture later.
there is a little, I would say this is also fun. There's like a little U-shaped pond also in the middle. In the park.
Around the park?
Yes, around the park. I would say around the park.
It was the land of views.
Yes, the land of views. French Cove, a land of views. But yes, that's what you all are. I mean, Normal can see this pretty easily. Jahan, Balin, and Zato would have to look out of the tiny little, like the little window that's between, that's in the carriage that, you know, like, that you could open to talk to the driver of the carriage.
I
But
wouldn't
yes.
care. He'd just be staying in bed, basically.
Do I only see one entrance in and out of this place? From like where we're at when we first like looking in?
There would be.
I mean, if I don't see it, I don't see it. I'm just
Make a
Whenever you
perception
feel
check
that.
for me.
I'm using new dice, guys.
Ooh.
Lemon just wants to use dice tonight.
Perception check.
Perception, yes.
16.
60.
I get plus one.
You see on where you're looking on the right side.
So the forest
there-
side?
Yes, the forest side. You can see a path that leads going right. You don't know where it goes, but there is a
Okay.
path there that looks like it leads out of town.
In like amongst like the buildings or immediately at the front?
I would say it's a few yards down, like in between the trees. There's like a tiny little clearing that you can see like a start of the path going that way.
Okay. This is just for the drawing purpose, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. I think. So I'm gonna continue to like take the carriage into town. So, do I see like a stable?
There is, I would say, make a perception check for me.
Because I would want to take the horses that direction. 14.
Okay. Lemon, I sent you a message that I need you to look at, but other than that, yes, they're on the left side at the very end of the U shape. There is a little stable that your horses can go into, where you can actually park your carriage right outside.
Okay. So, I am gonna lead it there, and when we get there, I'm gonna get out and go check on everyone in the back.
Okay.
And
So
I gotta
you
get
go-
food for gifts. So I gotta get in the back and get the food. Cause I gotta
So
feed
you
Gif.
So you get in the back with everyone.
Yes.
And I need everyone to make a perception check for me. Specifically, Zato, I want you to have advantage.
So I roll twice.
You roll twice and take the higher number. Only Zato gets advantage.
Am I also
Um,
rolling?
Yes, everyone roll for perception. Zato gets advantage on his. Everyone else rolls straight.
I guess
my
I'm
higher,
not very perceptive
my higher
in
number
my
was 16.
perception rolls.
16? Okay.
yes.
Oh. I almost got a 20, but
I
it
must
rolled
have-
over to the 2.
I must be very good at perception rolls. Because I got the
Yes.
same exact number. What do you want?
I got
Oh,
18.
Whoops.
So Jahan is 21. Balin is 18. Noble, what did you get one more time?
3. I'm looking for
3.
cat food.
You're looking for cat food. And Zato got a 16.
Yes.
So as Normal gets in the back, and you start looking. I'm going to say the first one who notices is Jahan. As in the corner of the entrance / exit to the cart, you see little tendrils of black, inky smoke start to come inside the carriage. Then after a moment of you just looking at it, Phelan starts to notice. And a few moments after that, Zato starts to notice. The black smoke slowly enters into the carriage, and it's starting to fill the carriage space at a fast pace. What are you guys gonna do?
I'm going to feed gift food.
Yes, obviously, because you don't know what's going on.
This is a
know
very
what's
perfect
going
time
on.
to say that.
So I'm gonna give Gift some food. I'm gonna take it out of my inventory and I'm gonna feed Gift meme some food.
Jahan's just gonna
what?
produce flame on his hand and just start kind of walking towards it.
Okay. Is
Zato-
Zato or Phelan gonna do anything?
Phelan is going to get out his crossbow and get behind Jahan.
Zato is thinking he's getting a thought that he thinks he know where that's coming from or who it may be coming from, so he just kind of like sits back. He's actually like somewhat starting to panic because he doesn't know what that is. Well, he thinks he knows, but he's not 100% sure. He hopes it's not what he thinks it is.
Okay. And as this inky black smoke continues to enter the room, with Jahan and Phelan behind him, both actually getting ready to fight, with Zato panicking on the side, and with Normal just feeding gift meme like a normal person would.
Of course.
The first person it hits is going to be Normal. As Normal, you barely see it. Barely. But the smoke just whisks past your eyesight, and it goes straight into your nose. And for a moment, you feel sick. You feel kind of queasy. And I want you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Am I being frightened?
You are not being frightened.
I mean, it's not a dex. Okay, I was just looking because I have specialty thingies on it. So Constitution.
Constitution saving throw.
21.
21. You hold off for a bit. And you're able to try to, get it out of your system. And you manage to for a moment. But it's still in your system as it entered into your nose. And you sway and you pass out. Everyone else sees it. And the smoke starts getting closer to the three of you. And by the time it hits all of you, you all see it as it gets closer to your body, as it starts to go up your bodies itself, and it enters your noses. I need you all, except for Noble, to give me Constitution saving throws.
What about Gift?
Emmy knows better.
Okay. At the moment, it does not touch Gift.
Thank you.
Uh,
But I'm also, when I pass out, I grab Gift and I don't let Gift go.
I have a 4.
Okay. I will deal with you in a bit.
12.
Phelan and Jahan.
12.
12. Jahan.
19.
19.
What?
It's still not enough. Jahan and Phelan, it enters your systems. It gets into your nose. Your lungs feel heavy. And your head feels light. As all of a sudden you both pass out in the cart. You drop to the cart. You drop in the cart. Zeta. As it enters your system, you hear the familiar laughter enter your ears. It's time to play. And you conk out. All of you now are sitting in darkness. You don't know what's going to happen. But it is for certain. You are all unconscious. You all got knocked out by something. One of you knows exactly who did this. The others have no clue. Conscious. Now, there we go. Now, let's play my favorite game. So I need everyone to roll a d20 for me. Actually, I need Nomal, Phelan, and Jahan to roll d20s for me. And this will decide the order on which we are going. Unfortunately for our friend Zato, he is going to be going last tonight.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Are we actually taking the unconscious effect? Because I don't like what I'm reading.
You currently are not taking any effects.
Okay. Because I don't want to drop everything I'm holding.
Yes,
And
you are
fail
not gonna drop
everything.
anything. You are just going unconscious. You are just unconscious. I don't want you guys to take anything. But I need
So we don't
you guys
have,
to
like-
roll
Just a flat d20?
just a flat d20 and tell me what everyone got.
19.
3.
Yes.
Okay,
Where's
and
my
Phelan?
flat roll?
7.
Are we
Okay,
doing
so-
highs or lows?
We're gonna do this. Jahan, Phelan,
Apparently
Nomal,
we took highs.
then Zato.
Mm.
This is actually so close to the order I wrote this in, it's kind of funny. So Adam, at this moment, you all are unconscious. And all of you start, it's as if you're asleep. Everything washes over you as you all start dreaming. And the first dream we are going to enter is Jahan's.
Welcome to my nightmares.
Jahan, you are sitting at home with Valora, the person who raised you, the one who taught you mostly everything that you know. Because of course, those other teachers, they honestly sucked. And you're sitting at home with her on your in your kitchen at the dining table, trying to practice your magic. What spell are you attempting to cast?
Produce flame.
Produce flame? Okay. Give me one moment. Produce flame. That's easy for you. Hell, you've done it since you were a child. You are Lemon, I hate you. You are easily able to produce a flame. It's a second nature for you at this point. And Valora looks over you and she claps a little bit. Well done. You've done well once again. like to think your idiot father would be somewhat proud of you. How about we try something a little bit more difficult?
By all means.
Alrighty. And she's going to stand up from your kitchen table and she's going to usher you. She goes, quickly, let's go outside so we can try something that you've been shown to do properly. And she's going to go up and she's going to go outside of your house to the training area. What are you going to do?
Follow.
Okay. You follow her. And she quickly, you see her hands wave up, and in a matter of moments, there are figures that go and they arrange a set of dummies. There's 3 in a row. And she goes, thank you. Yeah. And they disappear. And she goes, hold on. I want you to try to attack them. The scorching ray. Do you think you would do it?
I can do anything.
Ready? Try your hand. And I need you to roll to see if you hit
Okay.
for scorching ray.
15.
15. You said you're able to. And you are. How do you cast it?
Let me read some. So, Scorching Ray is basically 3 rays of fire.
Yes.
So basically, I would say that he puts his hands in almost like a diamond shape where his 2 pointers and his thumb are making a diamond.
Mm-hmm.
And one of each ray comes from his palm, and the third one comes right from the middle of the diamond.
Okay. And she is asking you to hit all. Basically, she is asking you to hit all 3 of these targets at once.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you send 1 beam towards each of the 3 targets?
Yes.
And as you cast it, you feel an immense energy in your body. It starts in your chest. It sprouts from your chest to your arms, going down your arms as it reaches your hand. And you are allowed to let out this powerful burst of energy. And each of the beams hits the targets. And she claps for a moment. And then she stills. You're not looking at her. She is behind you in this moment. But she is not. You hear no sound from her now. What do you do?
Turn around. With like a smirk on my face.
You turn around and you expect her to still be happy and silently cheering for you, as you just did something amazing, something you were having a bit of trouble with before. And she looks at you with horror in her eyes. and she backs up a bit. And you can see her trying to speak, but she is not able to.
Jahan is just gonna ask, what's wrong?
She says nothing, but she takes 2 steps back.
And again, Jahan just keeps saying, what's wrong?
And every time Jahan says that, she continues.
And the more he says it, the more his voice starts cracking.
The more his voice starts cracking, the more his voice starts to burn. The voice gets deeper. It starts to get angrier as you keep asking that question. And every time you do it, she is backing away. She's starting to move faster. She has tears falling down her face. Ask one more time.
Yes.
You roar. As you roar, a bubbling burst of fire comes out of you. And you don't need to roll anything, as it automatically as she tries to cover herself from the flames. Her arms crossed in front of her face. And as it hits, she braces it and she falls backwards as it hits. After you're done, she just looks up at you as you're still trying to get away. And she goes, "Please, just get away from me."
Jahan just goes, but I have no one else.
I have a deep relationship with dragons. But you scare me, child. And she backs up forward. She's actively crawling backwards at this point. Trying so hard to get away.
Jahan is just trying to now not relive all the others that have just left him to be alone. He's trying to
You think
fight
that.
all the memories.
And you think it hits you that every single one of your mentors has left before her. Every single one. You don't remember how many there's been. But as soon as you got a little too pyromaniac, you got a little too fiery for them, you got way too more energy for them, the way that you boasted, the way that you strongly felt anger towards them, all of those come rushing into your head. And then they stop on the one person you wish didn't leave. Your father. As instead of seeing Valora in front of you, in her place, you see Corelli. Looking at you in fear. And he just looks at you. And he says, "Please don't hurt me."
And with that, Jahan just loses control of all the fire inside. and just screams.
And as he loses control, you feel your body begin to crackle as the fire inside your chest loses yourself. You lose yourself. And that fire that builds up, you also feel acidic energy. You feel the acid that comes from your mother as it boils and bubbles on the green spots on your skin, and as you release that fiery energy towards him, as you breathe fire once again, and you let fire out of your hands, and you let fire out of your feet, you let fire out of everywhere, and as the acid bubbles against your skin, you feel it. You feel a slight bubbling feeling across your face, across your body. It does not hurt you. It doesn't hurt you at all. It bubbles, it pumps. You feel nothing. You see his terrified face with extreme horror. And as that happens, you let out all of that energy, and it stops. After that extreme outburst, what are you feeling?
Literally, Jahan would just drop and be in a position with his hands over his head and just sitting on his butt with his knees in his chest, just like rocking himself.
And as that happens, you look at your hands as they are covering your head, and you realize your arms are different. And you start to pull them back. And instead of you seeing your normal hands, instead of where you're red and green skin, you see red and green scales. Your fingertips now claws. What is he feeling as he looks at himself?
He's literally shaking in a panic, seeing his hands and his arms the way they are now.
And as you look at your hands, you slowly notice your legs. And from beneath your clothes are ripping. They are slowly but steadily ripping. As beneath the rips, you can see the scales beginning to consume your flesh. And as you start to get more scared, you look up. And you see Zato, you see Nomal, and you see Phelan, all looking at you in horror. As they look at you, starting to turn into a dragon. What do you do?
As he starts to turn, he literally just starts running. Just running.
Starts running towards them, or
Yeah.
starts running away from them?
Towards them.
And as you run towards them, and as you try to reach out for them, they all quickly disappear. As we cut from Jahan. And now we go to Phelan. Phelan. In your dream, you are adventuring with your father and your grandmother, looking out upon the clear blue skies after successfully gaining some treasure father looks at you and he smiles. He pats your back as you walk with him. And yes, wasn't that amazing?
He says, "Yes, Dad, it really was."
He laughs and you hear your grandmother laugh behind you. Just looks at you with admiration. And your grandmother starts walking ahead of you both. And he goes, "I am so proud of you for going along with me on this. I know I'm out a lot, but it really, really means a lot that we were able to do this. It's 3 generations coming together as a family."
Phelan gets a little choked up and he's like, "Yeah, I understand, Dad. I'm just really glad that we get to spend some time together every now and then."
I'm glad to. And as you guys are reminiscing, you hear a sharp, blood-curdling scream ahead of you. Do you turn to look towards the scream?
Yes.
As you do so, your grandmother walked that way, and you guys are currently on a mountain coming back. You don't see your grandmother in front of you. She's not there. The way you look is out towards the horizon. You can see a bit. You can see outwards where the mountains are forming. But where your grandmother just walked, she isn't there anymore. What do you do?
Dad, where's Grandma?
And he himself, as you look up towards him as you ask that, he has a panicked look on his face as he quickly looks to you and he looks out and he lets go of you and he runs forward and he starts searching and he looks left, he looks right, he looks around him, and then he looks down. And he goes, you don't hear him. He says something, but you don't hear what he says. I would have to say he is 10 feet away from you. He says something so lovely. You don't hear what he says. He's just looking down. What do you think?
Okay, like, Phelan just he just stiffs in horror like for a bit, and then he just runs towards where his father used to be because he wants to know what happened.
As you start to run forward towards him, he quickly, as soon as you get at least 3 feet near him, he holds his hand out towards you. As he's still looking down and he holds his hand out. Seeing that, do you stop or do you keep running forward?
Look, okay, he looks down, he stops for a second, he's like, "Dad, what are you doing?"
You see your father's voice, his chest heaving from what you can see, his shoulder blades moving up and down. Just wait. Don't come near me.
Like, what?
And I want you to make a perception check.
Perception. 19.
As he says that, you can see him quickly take in a breath as you look beneath his feet. The rock, the dirt that is underneath, it's starting to crack and it's starting to shift.
Oh no. I think something's wrong. Dad, what's going on?
He quickly looks towards you. And he goes, I love you, Phelan. Never forget that. And as he says that last word, the ground shifts beneath him. And as it does so, it slants off. And he basically falls forward. He falls with the falling rocks. And he falls down the mountain. He lets out an ear-piercing scream. What do you do?
He looks in horror what he just saw. His entire heart sinks, and then like he sees that he has to keep running because the ground's shaking, but obviously tears are just like flowing through his eyes like while he's running. He just can't believe what he just saw. He had to see his father die by his own eyes, so that was not.
And as you run, you take a turn and you run back, and you're running. You hit forest on the mountains and you keep running, and you run for what seems like forever. But in the blink of an eye, your scenery changes around you. You are no longer running through a forest. You are running full speed towards the cliff that your father fell from, that your grandmother fell from. And you have no time to stop. You try to. But as you try to stop, you skip. And you fall off the cliff. What do you do as you're falling?
What I do is I just first I just start screaming in agony because like this is like Phelan's like worst nightmare, and he's just hoping that this isn't real. This isn't real, but it just feels too real.
And as you're falling, do you dare to look down?
He's gonna look down.
And you look, Phelan looks down. And you expect to be mountain and rocks underneath you, that you see your father and your grandmother. But as you look down, it is just inky blackness. And then you look around you and it's just inky blackness, and you look up. The mountain's gone. And you are free falling. What seems like forever, you're just falling. There is nothing around you but a pure black void. And you're falling, and you're screaming, and you're falling, and you're screaming, and we will cut from there. No more. It is your turn. Okay. Hi. How are we liking this so far?
Mamma mia.
Before we actually get to normal, how is everyone liking this so far? If I am bumming you all out, I am sorry.
Whew.
I don't
He-
like where this is going for Zito. That's all I'm gonna
To
say.
be, to be honest, we should have put up a discretion warning before this stream.
We should have. That is my fault. I am sorry if I'm bumming everyone out.
Someone
Also, I would
feels
like to ask
panicking.
chat. I would also like to ask chat super quickly. Are you guys hearing me all right? I know I'm talking kind of low, but I just want to make sure that everyone's able to hear me. Just to make sure. Is everyone here having a good time hearing me? This is just a weird thing to ask. I'm sorry, but
I can hear you fine.
Yeah, I could hear you fine.
it's been hard to hear me over the music.
1 second. I can drop that down even more. There we go.
That's fun. Okay. Okay. Do I sound better now? Okay. Now, we've taken just a tiny little break.
Tiny break? You want a tiny break?
I would say that's tiny enough break because we need to get through this kind of fast.
Okay. To the
So,
next person.
to the next person. Normal. Yes. You're a dreamer. Yes. And for you, it seems like a normal day. You are with your twin brother, Emil. And you are with your younger sister. I hate saying this name. Namenstrep.
Yep. Well,
You're
no,
with her-
there's not a T.
Nomstrep.
Nomstrep.
No.
Yep.
Nomstrep. Okay. You are with your brother. You're with your twin
Yeah.
brother and your younger sister. And you are reading a book with your younger sister at the table. As Emil bursts inside the room, and he's holding what seems to be 2 letters in his hand. And for once, you see him sort of excited. He hasn't been this way in a while. But you see him excited as he places the letters down in front of you both, and he goes, "We've just got letters from Mom." We got a letter from Mom? Yeah, I know. We got a letter from... Give me 1 second. Got a letter from Mom. Yeah, we got another letter from... Now, I might be killing myself here. Who was the brother that Normal looks up to the most?
Eparg. EPARG.
Right. So you have a letter from your mother in front of you, and you have a letter from Eparg in front of you.
Okay.
And Emil seems so excited. What do you do?
So, does he say who they're from, or does he just say, "Hey, we got a letter from Mom"?
We got a letter from Mom. He goes, "Okay, we have a letter from Mom, and we have a letter from Eparg." And
Okay.
he goes, "I wanted to open it with you guys."
Awesome. So I'm gonna close the book because I don't care about the book, and we're gonna sit down and we're gonna open up the letter from our mom first.
And Nomstrep joins you as she closes her book, and she like leans in close to you as you read the letter from your mom. And it starts off pretty regularly. "Hello, my dear children. I have missed you. Me and the others, we've been on countless adventures. But this one seemed different. And as you keep reading down, you notice something in your mother's writing. I need you to make a perception check for me as you read this letter.
If I notice anything is off, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna automatically like stop audibly reading. Like I'm gonna stop reading out loud.
Gotcha.
Even if I don't like know exactly what it is, if I feel like anything is different, I'm automatically gonna stop reading it. Like I'll keep reading, but like I won't keep reading out loud. Just because I wouldn't want my younger sister to know anything.
Okay. I need
that
you
make
to make a
sense?
perception. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to still make a perception check for me.
I got a 5.
Okay. I'll give those to you. You notice about after the beginning, and as she's telling you about her recent adventure, you've honestly felt like you've heard this story before, that you've read this story before. But at a certain point, the familiarity stops. As it gets to a point where she's after the story, she's asking, how are you? I want to know how your training is going. I want to know. And then it kind of falls off. And you stop reading out loud. And it basically looks like she stopped writing the original letter at some point, and fresher ink has built up on the next part, and it's going, why have you failed me, Nomo? Why is your sister not exceeding my expectations of growing faster? You were put in charge with your brother, and it feels like you guys are not doing enough for her. And it just starts going into her talking about how she expects a lot from you, how she wants you to live up to her father. I mean, to your father, to her husband, to your older siblings. And she's just going on and how disappointed she is in you specifically. She said there's Emil and Nomstrup's names in there, but she's specifically pointing out you as the one that she is disappointed in.
Mm-hmm.
What do you
So I'm
do?
not. So I will not physically look like anything is different. Like I'm not gonna. They won't see anything is different. But when I finish the letter, I'm gonna put it away. Because
Okay.
I will go and read it again when they're away.
Okay. Are you looking up when you finish and put the letter away?
I will have looked at them because then I'm gonna look and ask about the other letter.
And as you do so, the scenery changes around you. Your brother and your sister are no longer next to you.
Am I outside?
You are outside. You are looking at your house. But you are also looking at your mother in this moment. And you are looking beside her or behind her.
Mm-hmm.
And you see 4 people behind her. 2 girls to one side and 2 boys to the other. They look like they've been through many battles. They look way older than you. And they're staring daggers at you. And your mother is tearing up in front of you. I and she's trying to find the words, but she cannot speak them. As one of the girls steps forward, hugs her but from behind, shushes her a bit, and she stares at you. She goes, "You know how hard Mom and Dad took to find that? To actually get it. Do you know how long it took?"
To find
I
what?
cannot. And now you're just
No,
now
no,
you don't
no,
know
like-
what we're talking about?
Yeah. No, I don't.
She's gonna laugh.
Like IRL, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Is this referring to the? Sorry if I just completely broke like the thing. I IRL
No,
don't
you're
know what like. No, like you said, they lost like the thing. Okay, to be perfectly honest, I thought you were going a completely different direction, so I was preparing my head for a different direction, and then you said to find it, and I'm like, wait a minute, we're talking about an object now.
Mm-hmm. We are talking about an
So-
object now.
Should I know what this object is?
You should know what this object is.
Is it the object the whole mission's about?
Yep.
Okay. Then you can act as if I actually said what object if you want to, but I
No, you can
legit
change
didn't know.
You could change up what you want to say. Tell me.
Okay, so the person, not my mom, but one of the women beside her.
Mm-hmm.
Do I recognize any of the people, or are they just I recognize that it's men and women?
You recognize that it's men and women, but you distinctly heard the girl say mom and dad.
Okay. So I'm gonna say to the one who spoke to me, well, where have you been all these years? Why weren't you around either? Why
Where
is it
have
all
I been?
why is it all on why is it all on me now?
Because you were here. Look, I and Hex were on adventures. Avug and Ognem were on adventures. Eparg is still on one, and you managed to keep your eyes away from our family heirloom? You don't deserve
Thir-
to
I'm
have. You
13.
don't.
Why have you been gone for 20 years?
Why have I been gone? Because
Yeah.
I needed to save the world. That's what Mother and Father wanted us to do. Why are you still here? You should be out by now. I was out by the time I was 13. Are you taking too long in your training? You should already know everything you need to get out on your first adventure, and yet you stand here empty-handed. Why?
Someone's
Why
gotta
did
be
you
here.
not bring it back?
Someone had to stay behind.
And she looks at you with pure disgust. Your mother is crying. The other woman and the two men that are still staring daggers at you, they stare harder. And the woman who is beside your mother takes in a breath. Mom doesn't want to say this, but I will. Leave. You failed us. Don't come back. What is Nummel gonna do?
I'm almost gonna shut down.
Is she just gonna stop? She's not gonna do anything.
Well, in that moment, Noma will, like, she won't leave because her pride is there that she can't back down, but she's gonna shut down in the sense if she's not gonna move or do anything, but she also isn't gonna say anything, and she's gonna have like this look in her eyes like she's a million miles away.
And the woman who's beside your mother is going to beckon to everyone behind her, and they're going to crowd your mother as she leaves your mom's embrace. And she's going to walk up to you and she's going to say, and she's towering over you at this point. I mean, you guys are halflings, you are tiny, but she is a bigger halfling than you. And she's going to go, I said, leave. Why aren't you leaving? You're making her upset. Go. What will Nomal do now?
No, Nomal's doing the same thing. Nomal's not even listening. Like, it's almost as if Nomal isn't listening. Like, she's not, what's the word? It's not accepting, but in a sense of she's hearing everything, but she's shut down to where, and I hope I'm not messing up anything that you had planned.
You do what you're doing.
But it's almost it's like it's going in one ear out the other, but it's not like it's kind of in the same sense that happened earlier. Think when but basically, like, they don't, like, she is, like, again, she's not gonna go anywhere because she has, like, that will that she wants to say something and fight back, but at the same time she knows that what they're saying is true, so she can't fight back. So she does nothing.
Okay. And I'm just gonna take a small moment. Hey JD, is the stream doing?
I think the stream crashed.
It's back. It didn't crash. It just kind of stopped for a second.
Okay. So I don't know when the stream crashed.
Hopefully while I was ranting.
Hopefully while you were ranting. Can someone tell me the last bit that they heard? So we can try to go off from there.
But when?
Yes, you can hear us. That's perfect. But when? Do you guys remember? I can't recall, but it was when Lemon was talking. Okay.
If it's while I was talking, you can ignore all that stuff. Basically, Nomal's not doing anything. Still.
Nomal.
She is hearing everything, and she has the want to fight and react, but this is her family, so she respects her family, so she can't fight back. Like, if anyone else said this to her, then she would full on out, like, be attacking them. Like, but it's her family, and so that means more to her than anything. So she won't, but she also can't she also can't back off, like leave, because she is too stubborn and knows that if she does leave, that's her, like, accepting what they're saying is true, and that she'll never get to pass that. So instead she just stands there and does nothing.
And as Nomal stands there, does nothing, as this taller halfling gets in your face, she is going to, like, she's gonna get angrier, and she's gonna go, just go, and she's going to push you.
And Nomel takes it.
And as she pushes you and you take it, you're gonna fall back a bit. And you fall back for what seems like a few moments. And we're going to cut there. And we are gonna go to Zato.
Hello.
Zato,
Hi.
you know what's happening. You felt his presence. His laughter. And you're dreaming that you're back home with your mom, Centura, and everything is okay. She's in front of you. She's basically kneeling down to you, and she has her arms open wide, and she comes, "Can you come give me a hug, please?"
Of course.
And you go to her, and she gives you a big hug. And you hear her chuckle to herself. I want you to make a perception check for me.
$14.
You're hugging her, and you hear the chuckle behind. You hear the chuckle in front of you. The deep tone of just mocking laughter. Do you look up?
Yeah.
And you see Orlath standing in front of you, behind your mother, laughing. As he chuckles and just watches you. And he gives off a grin.
Can I help you with something?
And you feel your mother loosen her grip on you as she backs up. And she goes, "I just wanted to hug, darling. Are you okay?"
But I thought I just saw.
He's still there. Your mother doesn't know of his presence.
But there's someone right behind you.
And she's going to turn around and look. She's going to turn back to you, and she's going to gently cup your face. She's just going to rub your cheek a little bit. She goes, "Honey, no one's there. Are you feeling okay?"
No. I swear someone is standing directly behind you, looking right at me.
And you know, and you see Orlath, and he's just laughing. He's chuckling to himself as his dull purple eyes just stare at you. He's just laughing. She goes, "Honey, there's no one behind me. Are you okay? Are you feeling well?" And she goes to like touch your forehead with the back of her hand, and then she touches herself with the other one, trying to feel your temperature.
Listen, I know I can be crazy at times, but I swear I am literally looking at someone staring directly behind you with purple eyes, and they are laughing as if something is happening that I don't know about.
Honey, I don't know what you're talking about. No one is behind me. And I don't think you're crazy. Why would I think that?
Oh no.
What's wrong? And as she asks that, you notice in the blink of an eye, he gets closer. To the point where he is standing right behind your mother. She is currently kneeling down on the floor. He is standing where he is looming above you both. And a shadow is cast upon you and your mother. And he's just staring at you. He's no longer laughing.
Zato gets out of the the hug that he's in with his mom and just like kind of like looking around for like something that he can like hit it with or hit him with. Like, is there anything around me at the moment?
Currently, your living room is around you. You're currently in your living room, so there's like a little table off to the side. There's some glass, like a vase filled with like a bit of purple flowers. There's some books that are next to you. There's some scrolls that your mother was looking at.
Okay, well he's not gonna look for anything. Well, he's not gonna like grab anything. He's gonna like just move around her to like where he sees Orlath and kind of like just do like a punch, pretty much, to like get him away.
And as you do that, your mother is startled and she stands up and you end up punching your mother in the arm and she goes, "Ow! What was that for?"
What? But he. Oh my god. Zeto kind of like just like backs up, like he swears that there is someone behind her, but like he doesn't know exactly how to explain. Like he knows that Orlath is there, but he didn't see Santora like near him at all. Like he feels like he's directly staring at him. Like he's just so confused at the moment.
Now Zato is perfect. Now Zato is now staring at Orlath, who is still behind your mother as she stood up. He towers above her. I would say that Santura is around like 5'3", 5'4". He towers over her. And he looks down at you. And he reaches out his hand to your mother's neck. And his fingers wrap around her neck. And she is looking at you like nothing is happening. Like you can tell that she doesn't know that he is now he has her, like a hand wrapped around her neck. She does not know.
He starts to start yelling, and like he's like, "Mom, do you not feel this?"
I don't know what you're talking about, Zato.
Are
you okay?
There is literally someone right behind you rapping. He's just so confused at the moment. He doesn't know what to do. Like he's just like moving backwards as well while he's trying to tell her that there's someone behind her, but he doesn't know exactly how to describe everything that's happening.
She goes, "I don't know what is wrong with you," and she moves towards you and he moves with her, his hand still on her neck, and he goes, "I don't know what is wrong with you. Nothing is behind me. No one is touching me. No one has their hand on me. What? Do you just not want to be near me?"
Whatever would give you that kind of idea?
You're
I swear.
backing away from me.
He's literally right there.
No one is there.
Look behind you.
And she will snap her head back. She will actually turn her whole body. And he moves in a way that he moves with the way your mother moves. So his hand is still perfectly placed. And as she turns around, he turns around. But as he turns around, he is still staring at you. His eyes follow you, no matter what.
This cannot be real. This can't be real. This can't be.
And he starts laughing again, and he goes, "Oh, my dear boy, it is real." And as he growls the word real, he is going to take his unoccupied hand and he is going to push towards you. And as his hand is about to hit your eyes, it cuts. And you brace for impact. Now all of you, all four of you, with Jahan moving forwards with Phelan falling out of the air very, very close to the ground as Nomal stumbles back and as Zato braces for impact. You are all put in front of each other as Jahan, you grab towards you and you fall somewhat onto the ground. Phelan, with a quick drop, you fall an inch from the ground and now you are on your butt. Nomal, you are falling back and you fall back and you are looking at your companions, and Zato, you are standing above them, bracing for impact. The impact never comes, and as you open your arms, you see your 3 companions in front of you. I need you
Zato's-
all to do perception checks for me.
9.
9.
18.
Okay, so 9, 18,
8.
8, excuse me. And Jahan?
16.
16. This is a very easy one. You all notice that you are not in the carriage anymore.
I immediately feel around for GIF.
Gith is not with you.
Oh Lord.
Oh no.
Now,
Normal sits down.
all of you look around you, and you are in a dark and dingy room. It looks like the walls are leaking some sort of substance. And the only bit of light that you see is candlelight coming from torches that line the walls of this room. What do you all do?
Zato's still panicking. Like he doesn't know what to do at this point.
Does Jahan just see his normal, like, skin and everything?
Yes, Jahan is. You are perfectly normal again.
Jahan's just gonna,
There's-
like, literally find a patch and just sit down and just breathe a sigh of relief.
Normal sits down.
Mm-hmm.
Zato's kind of freaking out. Jahan is breathing relief. Phelan, what are you doing?
Phelan is also kind of freaking out of everything going on, so he just looks at everyone, hoping that someone comes up with an idea because he doesn't know.
And as you all just take a moment, as you're still panicking, as you're still calming down from this, you guys hear something shift in the room. As that same black smoke that was once there sort of fills the room again. But this time, instead of coming near you, it stays away. As on the further side of the room, you see a pedestal. And around it, figures start sprouting up from the smoke. As all 4 of you see a woman now fighting against a group of people wearing cloaks, and she's fighting, and now you guys hear blood curdling scream. And she screams, no, let me go, let me go, let me go! And she is now being like tugged towards the pedestal, and she has 2 people trying to restrain her as she's doing it, and there's 5 other people who are just watching them.
As soon as Jahan saw the smoke again, he did produce flame. He's just not in the mood for it.
You do another produce flame. You still hear a woman screaming and trying to get out of a hold. Does anyone else try to do something?
I'm almost gonna feel on like her body to see if the letter from the quote unquote dream is there.
It's not there anymore.
Okay. That's all Normal does.
Is
Um,
Phelan gonna do anything?
Yeah, Phelan just goes up beside Jahan and like gets his crossbow out because he's like, should we go help her? Like,
Jahan doesn't even say nothing. He just stands up and starts walking. He's like, this time I'm just gonna put my hand out if anything comes near me.
Okay. And as you ask and as you walk forward, Zato, you look in front of you and you see this woman who is fighting. And you realize something. That's your mom. That is your mom currently struggling.
The second Zato recognizes the scream, he runs like towards, like not directly towards, like he just like sprints forward a little bit to like make sure that it is like who he believes it is, and then
you
turns
look at her.
around.
And as you do that, as you run towards, you look at her. And she looks different. But you can still tell it's your mom. She looks younger. And she is wearing much different clothing than what she wears now. Usually now she wears like a sophisticated, like she wears like a regular like black shirt that, you know, pulls around, that doesn't have a shoulder. They usually like cut right below the shoulder, and a long flowing skirt. In this scene, she has around the same cut, but instead of just a shirt and a skirt, it is a dress, and it is draped with a black like lace that's covering her. She has a gold band around her head that's basically like sprouting like little like gold flowers. And she looks younger. What do you do as you realize it's her?
He turns around to the other three and says, "That's my mom." And then he turns back around to see like what's happening.
And as you do that, she screams more as she's begging them to put her down, to let her go. But they don't. The five that are surrounding the pedestal just stare at her as the other two place her down onto the pedestal and tie her hands above her head and tie her legs to the pedestal so she cannot move.
How far away are they?
They, I would say, are 15 feet away from you.
Can I do something?
You can do something. What do you want to do?
Let's do Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Bash, and what are you aiming for?
One of the people like holding her captive.
Okay.
Like,
and I need you to make an attack roll for me.
19.
19, and you push your hand out as your Eldritch Blast gathers around your hand, and it pushes out, and you aim it directly for one of these people, and as it goes to hit, you see, as it hits, the cloak basically, I don't know how to put this, it basically takes the blast. The person takes the blast, but their figure, their face area becomes smoke as it pushes through and hits the wall. and it goes back to normal, like nothing phased it.
That's an
Question.
illusion.
Did this come like from the smoke?
It did come from the smoke.
Okay.
Wow.
So Nomel's gonna hear that Zato has said that's his mom. And she's gonna turn, like, she's gonna stand, like, the moment she hears that, now it's no longer about her because she knows, like she's leading this group, so now it's about our group. So she's gonna turn and almost like take his lead because this is his battle. Because it's not her mom or her family, it's like it's his. So almost like his lead, and so but Nomo also knows nothing about magic stuff, so the fact that she knows that this black weird stuff is what was around over there, doesn't quite know if they're real or not, but she's following his lead.
Are you going to try and attack the people that are currently tying her down? Or are you just going to follow Zato?
Not after seeing that what just happened after Zato attacked. I'm just gonna wait. Because didn't he, what did he shoot at? Did he shoot at him?
Yeah, I used Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. And it basically it basically went through smoke that was ahead and then hit the wall behind them.
Yeah, so she's not gonna do, because she recognizes that an attack like that didn't do anything, so she doesn't think physical attacks are gonna do anything either.
Okay. And as she screams more, and the people now who have tied her are going to step back and they're going to create a circle around her. And they're all going to put their heads down and they're going to start chanting something. And they're going to chant softly. And it's starting to get louder and louder as she screams, "Just please stop, let me go." And as she does that, the person in the middle of everyone starts chanting. And he looks down at her, and they look down at her, and they're gonna move forward, and they are going to scream at her. "You are a false prophet. You have no right being in this world. You ruined the name of him. You ruined the name of our God. You are not going to live for much longer." As he snarls, and he quickly takes out a knife from somewhere on his cloak, and he is now reaching up above his head, placing two hands on the knife, and is about to stab down. Do any of you do anything?
I start running towards it. Like Zato starts like running right towards it as if he can like do something.
Okay. Does anyone else do anything?
I'm gonna throw a javelin at it, because even though I don't think in my head it's gonna do anything, it'll be a reaction of, I've got to at least try something.
Okay. Phelan, Jahan, are you guys gonna do anything?
Yeah, I shoot my crossbow at it.
Shoot your crossbow, Jahan.
Jahan realizes that, like, if it's not gonna do anything, why do something ordinary? So, with it being smoke and everything, I'm just gonna, I can send 4 separate lights, from dancing lights. I'm gonna put it to the 4 closest figures.
Be careful where y'all aiming those, please.
I'm literally gonna put the dancing lights inside inside the people, basically. It does no damage, it's just a light. like almost like a torchlight, just enough, just inside the
And-
smoke.
Okay. And there's a quick moment where the leader is raising his hands with the knife on. Okay, so, and Jahan, as you do that, as you send those lights out to the 4 closest people,
Mm-hmm.
you quickly notice that their faces underneath the cloaks are blank. There is nothing underneath the cloaks. I mean, there are hands, there is a body, but there is no face. There is no head. It is just a cloak. And as Phelan shoots his crossbow, as Nomal throws her javelin, and as... I'm sorry, can you say one more time what Zato was doing?
Zato starts like charging towards it.
Charging towards it. As soon as the knife starts to be brought down halfway, you hear banging from behind you, as you hear doors open from behind you. Do
Jahan.
you guys turn around?
Yes. The guy stopped mid-run in the turnaround.
Do all of you turn around?
Yes.
No, I don't. Because my focus is still in front of me.
Okay. And Phelan, do you turn around?
Yes.
3 of you turn around to see a fire genasi, 2 halflings, a gnome, and a tiefling enter the room. The fire genasi is first, and he is going to yell, "Stop!" And as he says the word "stop," the leader is going to stop mid-stabbing. And everyone's gonna look, and he goes, "No need to get hasty. We're only just starting the party, and you're gonna let the lady go." And Jahan, Zato, the fire genasi talking is your dad. As he gives his signature smirk your way.
We can clearly
Will
tell
Ross,
he's
he's-
younger, right?
Yes. Will Ross, you can, Phelan, you can see your dad, Will Ross. And he clearly looks younger as well. As he has his sword ready for battle. The 2 halflings, 1 male, 1 female. The female has 2 daggers out in a fighting stance. The male has a bow aimed directly at the leader. And the tiefling in the back has a staff and is holding what seems to be a small orb in his hand. Karali, the fire genasi, is holding a drum set. Not the drum set that you are after currently, but one that looks newer, that is wrapped around his neck, and the drumsticks are in his hand, and he is pointing one drumstick at the people, and there's one drumstick, a drumstick on the drum. What do the 3 of you do as you see your parent, as you see your fathers?
He's just kind of stuck, just looking.
Phelan is also he's just looking, he's just speechless. He's like, "Is that really you, Dad?"
Jahan is just gonna roll his eyes and just like, oh god.
Do I hear Phelan say, "Is that really you, Dad?"
Yes.
At
It is
that
audible
point-
enough that you hear
Okay, at that point, I turn around.
And you see a younger version of your mother and father. Your mother has daggers out ready to attack, and your father is basically has a bow that he is like staring downside of. You see
Gotcha.
both of them. And in a quick moment, your mother, Epila, quickly disappears from sight and appears behind one of the members and quickly tears her daggers into him, and after that a full-blown fight starts. And as the 4 other members run towards the 4 of you, as they are about to run into you, they do. But instead of hitting you and trampling over you, there is a smoke that quickly, basically, their bodies become smoke. It basically passes you, and they reform whole as they run towards the people. And a fight breaks loose. And everyone is fighting. But for a quick moment, all your eyes notice the fire genasi. Quickly move the frozen leader out of the way. And he looks down at the woman on the pedestal. He goes, "Seem to be tied up there. Need some help?" And he flashes like finger guns towards her. And she's just going to like look in like disbelief that this is happening. Like while a full-on battle is ensuing around them. And he's gonna go, "I'm gonna take that as a yes." And he's going to quickly untie her feet and her arms. And quickly like help her up. And she's going to like somewhat fall into him as he helps her. He's like, "Hey, you can't be falling for me just yet."
Jahan, as soon as he sees that, he's literally looking away. He does not want to see this at all. He does not care.
Yeah. Is everyone else looking at this moment? Probably roll your eyes at that line.
I'm not rolling my eyes. I'm just looking.
Yeah, also just looking.
Actually, can Zeta like walk a little bit closer, just to, like see that that's actually his mom?
Nomel's
Yeah.
gonna start looking around the room.
Zato can move a bit closer, and you can clearly see your mom and your father being like very close together. And Nomel, where are you looking at?
Just around the room, because Nomel knows that this isn't real. Like, knows that this isn't, this isn't, like, their actual, like, people, like
Reality.
well, not just
Remem-
reality, she doesn't know what it is. But she knows it's not real. So Nomel's
Okay.
looking around to find if there's something in the room, dare I say a door, that would get him out of there. Because the moment that she sees her parents there, she's immediately realized, like, she knows, hey, something is wrong here, and there's nothing we can do, because it's all like a facade, basically.
Mm-hmm. And she looks, and you heard a door open when the 5 of the Revengers came into the room. And as you look back to where you thought you saw a door, the door is not there anymore. It's gone. There are no exits at the moment to this place, as you can hear yelling and battle cries as basically a war wages on all around you. And For the people who are still looking at Santora, you see, basically, let me go over like a quick appearance check for her. She has very pale skin, really gray curly hair, and dull purple eyes. And as she basically just steps away from Corali, she is going to quickly grab something from her dress. And she holds up her fist into the air. And she calls out, "Please stop this. My master, please." And as she does that, in a blink of an eye, all of the torches go out. You all are surrounded in pitch blackness. Then you hear screams. None of them sound like your parents. You don't... There is just screams and then silence. And you hear some of the Revengers going, "What is going on? Is everyone okay?" Like, you hear, like, voices call out. So you hear a feminine voice call out, "Is everyone okay?" And a masculine voice going, "I'm alright, hon. Or is everyone else?" And you're gonna hear another voice, "Group up in the middle." And he's good. One person's gonna go, "Hey, who turned out the lights?" And
I got that joke.
yeah. In the faint distance, you hear, "My leg."
I feel like I get where this is going now.
And as the torches come back up, all of the Revengers are now basically in like a 5-point formation around them, like backs to each other, having their stuff at the ready, and at the pedestal standing above it is Santura. All of the cultists are dead around her. And in the blink of an eye, you all look at her. This is now the center of your attention because there's someone standing right behind her. It is a large figure, standing at around 6'2". They have dark gray skin. Their long hair covering one eye. Their dull purple eye staring at you. He has purple horns that grow out of his skin. He is shirtless for some reason, but is wearing a like dark, fluffy, like cape basically, with purple pants, black boots. He has a scar that basically is an X across his nose that goes from like his eyebrows down to the middle of his cheeks, and it crosses. And he has his hand wrapped around her neck. Jahan, Nomal, and Phelan, you don't know who this is. Zato. That's Orlath standing behind your mother.
As expected.
And he looks at all of the Revengers and he laughs as his hand kind of grips her throat. "I have helped you, my prophet. Now what are you going to do for me? She's not looking at him. She is looking at them. At the Revengers, past you. For some reason, it looks like she's staring at you into all of your eyes. Then there is a moment where all of the Revengers are going to look towards her, and they're all going to step forward, Crowley being in the front. And he's going to go, whoa, 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 whoa. Easy there, big guy. It's fine. What do you want us to do? We'll do anything as long as you let the girl go. And Orlaf is just gonna laugh. He goes, I am an archfiend. You can give me nothing. And Carly goes, hey, but we can try to give you something. And for a moment, if anyone's looking at Carly, you can see Epla quickly elbow him. Be like, dude, not the time, not the time. And then you see Orlaf quickly lean down to Santura's 5'3", 5'4" frame. And is anyone really close to Santura and Orlaf?
I think I'm the closest one
You're the closest one.
because I kept moving
Does-
forward.
Yeah, he kept moving
Does
forward.
Nomo
What else?
recognize what's going on? Like, does this seem familiar to her? Like something that she would have read in a letter?
I need you to make a history check for me.
Because I have a theory, but I don't know. Okay, history.
History check.
Even if
Okay, I had to
even if
look at-
Karali would tell Jahan about his adventures, Jahan wouldn't even listen anyway, so it didn't matter for him.
13.
13? I'll give it to you. You remember back at the Revengers base, when you first held up the parchment that read out the names of the people that could have stolen the artifacts underneath the cult. We have faced this cult, and we saved Santura from it, due to the fact that they named her as a false prophet. They were going to kill her. And that basically flashes before your eyes, and you think, I have heard this before. My mother never told me about it, but I read it very recently.
Okay.
This was basically the description of the quest that was given.
Okay. That's all.
And Zato, you hear quickly, because you are the closest, actually, I'm gonna message you what you hear, Ed. Because this I don't want anyone else to know.
Lord. Can I have any sort of react? Should I am allowed to react to it?
You are allowed to react to it, but you can... Here. Give me 1 second. You can react to it all you want. Here, give me 1 second, because I just have to cut it out of my notes. Look, everyone, I actually did notes this time. Woo! These notes are long, I'm very sorry. You know what? I'll delete it later.
Yeehaw.
There you go. I sent it to you.
Oh.
And with that, he lifts his head back up. He smiles, his teeth growing wide, his sickening pearly whites just giving them a sick smile, as he quickly his form starts to fall, and it falls into inky black smoke that pools on the ground and quickly rushes towards Jahan, towards Phelan, towards Nomel. And in a moment, his figure bursts up in front of the three of you. Not in front of Zato, but in front of Jahan, Phelan, and Nomel. This tall archfiend just stands and looks at the three of you.
Jahan looks him up and down as to see if Jahan feels like he could fight him or not. Just looks him up and down.
Okay, you know what kind of check do I want to give for that?
Might be an intimidation.
What if it's intimidation? I'm trying to think
Or
if
would it
it's
be performance?
I don't think if you're trying to figure out if you can take him on in a fight, I don't think it would be performance.
There's insight.
Give me an insight check.
Where is the good dice? I want the best ones. Considering it's the second highest plus I have. Yes! 21!
Okay. He legit just said he is a archfiend. And from what you know of like your tutors that teach you about who used to teach you about like different things, you know that there are fiends, and then a step up from that are archfiends, and then a step up from that are like the demon lords. So he's more powerful than like a regular fiend.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that he's looking at you and the way he towers above you, you don't think you can take him by yourself. I mean, you have like a strong suspicion of being, you have like a strong little conviction of, yeah, I can do this, and then he just looks at you, and he like widens his eyes a little bit as like a crazy smile just appears, and he tilts his head at you, and you go, oh no,
But because Jahan is just such a smartass, he literally will say out loud, I can take him.
Almost gonna put her hand on Jahan and pull him back. Like the whole the protected in front of no. I don't even know I don't even know what was going on, but all I know is that no, because there's something else going on in this room that I don't think us fighting anything is gonna do anything at all. But I don't say all that. I just put my arm and move him.
Okay. Is Phelan gonna do anything?
Yeah, Phelan's just going to. Phelan's honestly just going to really just observe what's going on because he's still trying to process everything. But so far, no, he just stares.
And I want to say, as Jahan says, I can fight him in pure brash attitude. Zato, you hear that?
What you sent me?
No, I mean you heard that obviously.
Yeah.
But you saw Orloth basically disappear.
Mm-hmm.
And then you heard Jahan say, and I quote, I think I can fight him. Do you turn around to talk to him?
Oh, Zato turns around and this kind of annoyed, with a really annoyed look on his face. He's like, dude, you think you can do this you think that you're so cool with all this stuff, but this is serious right now.
And as I imagine that Zato's eyes were kind of closed as he said that, and then as he looks at Jahan, you can see like the towering figure of Orlath actually standing in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Jahan's just that
And-
shorter person looking up, like I will fight you at this point.
It's the tiny person with has fire in his
Oh,
fire
yes.
in their eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that, Zato, you see Orlath in front of him. What are you gonna do?
He doesn't want to fight yet, but he just asks, "Why are you doing this?"
And he's going to like somewhat chuckle. I had to show you somehow.
Tell me what.
Show you all this. I mean, I'm so sorry that I had to invade you with nightmares, but this was the only thing I can do to show you. I had to get you knocked out somehow so I can show you a memory of the past. And he's not even looking at you, he's just staring down at the three of them, at the three of the ones, he's not staring at Zato, he's staring at the three of you. Explaining this.
Being an
This
asshole.
I'm still pulling Jahan back, like
Yeah,
away.
Jahan's just like, then are we done?
Not yet.
Great.
Watch. And he's gonna step back. Not towards Zato, but off to the side, and he's going to point. And he goes, watch. Watch as the heroes saved my prophet. Where my prophet met her love. Look at it. And now the conversation, everything but you all is now silent as you are watching basically this memory as if it was muted. And you can see now Santura is now crying, and she is bracing herself against Corali. Epla is trying to somewhat calm her down, as is Corali, and Wilros, the tiefling, and Ngaro are now looking around, making sure that the cultists are actually dead, searching their bodies and searching the broom. The heroes that saved her. The one she fell in love with. And then years later, they had my next prophet. And his eyes are slowly going to turn to Zato. And he's going to basically gesture to Zato, and he goes, my prophet who refuses to see me like his mom sees me. As a god. As her master. As the person who gives her powers so she is strong and she can protect herself. Why? I don't know. I had to get your attention somehow. And I did. You're welcome. I'm sorry for the nightmares. That's just... that's just what I do.
But why to them? Why couldn't you just do it to me?
Because if I just showed you, my dear next prophet, they wouldn't understand. These three would not have seen this memory, and they would just have to learn it through you. Why would that be a thing that I do? I showed all four of you. I should be given thanks for this.
After he says that, Jahan says, thanks. Now do it again and I'll scorch you.
And Zato just like kind of looks over to Jahan and is like, dude, stop.
Oh, and as soon as you say that, he's gonna turn his head to you and he's going, oh, little firecracker, aren't you? Little one. And he's going to get up right in your face. Past Normal as he kind of pushes Normal out of the way very gently. He's gonna go, you can never defeat me. Because if you did, and if I was actually defeated by your puny little scum, your brother would cease to have any powers.
Depends
Do you
on how
want
I
him
defeat
to be
you.
powerless?
Depends on how we
No.
defeat you.
How you defeat me? No. Your brother will still be powerless. I will make sure before I die there is no other fiends that will touch him.
He
He's
still,
a snort. Yeah.
he still has the same blood that I have.
Same blood or not. You got powers from a dragon. He got his powers from me. I can easily take them away, and he is quickly going to snap his fingers. Zato, in that moment, you feel your body lighten.
Yay.
And you feel different. And basically, Orlath is keeping his eyes on Jahan, but he is going to he's basically going to point at you and go, use one of your spells. Use one of the things that I have given you.
He tries to use Eldritch Blast.
And as you try, and as you do the way that you cast your spells, you basically put your hand... What do you do to cast your spells one more time?
Like, put my hand like a circle form, like, and then just like kind of, like how you said last time, I got Kamehameha, but not really a Kamehameha. Just one hand instead.
And you do that, and as you try to send your powers out, nothing is coming to you. That familiar build of like energy that courses through your veins is no longer there, and as you try, you're just holding your hand out. Nothing is coming from your fingertips. Your powers are gone.
He just looks at his hand. It's like, what?
And as Orlath is pointing at you, he's going to look to Jahan and say, I can easily take them away.
That's
See?
that's
No
only
powers.
one.
One power? Fine. Try something else. Go ahead. You can use your flame abilities. That's what you got from your idiot father.
He attempts to use produce.
You can use no other spells. Try.
Actually, no. Zato just already knows he can't do anything. He just like takes his word for it because he doesn't feel any power. He just doesn't.
He doesn't. Well, that's gonna laugh, and he goes, he can't. Nothing but his flames remain, and even then they are weak without my power. He is not like you. And if I had your power, I would hate myself too.
You had me, you'd already be on the ground.
Jahan, stop.
At that point, I'm gonna push Jahan like away from him. Like I'm gonna shove him back away, like trying to knock him flat.
You're gonna try
get
to
him to
knock him
stop.
flat?
Like I'm gonna try and knock him down, like to get him to basically to diffuse the situation, to get him to stop talking to him, basically.
Jahan's eyes have not left Orlath at all.
I'm gonna need you to make a I'm gonna say like a what is it called? A melee attack?
Unarmed
Okay.
strike.
An unarmed strike.
An unarmed strike, yes.
Oh, I didn't do very well. 11. Sorry, 12.
11.
No,
Jahan, what is your armor class?
14.
You miss. I mean, you try to push him, but he is standing. Jahan is standing firm in his ground.
I'm gonna push him again.
Okay. Roll
I'm gonna-
unarmed strike.
That was even worse.
Oh my god, look.
Oh my god, bud.
No, I mean, it wasn't a 1. It was I rolled a 5, so it's only a 9.
Oh yeah, no, still not gonna budge.
So Zato just kind of like, Jahan, chill out, please. And then he goes to Orleth and he's like, Orleth, give me my powers back.
And he's gonna take his eyes off of Jahan and he's going to look at you. And he's gonna go, do you still fear me? My
That's when
prophet,
Zato
do
like
you fear me?
stops. Zato kind of like
Okay.
stops, and like his heart just starts racing because he knows he does, but he doesn't want to admit to it. He doesn't want to show fear.
My prophet, you can fear me all you want. Just know that at a moment's notice, I can take your powers away.
Give me
I trust
my power.
you. I trust you with it. Do not make me feel like my trust is broken with you. And he's going to snap his fingers again, and all of a sudden you are filled with that same energy that you miss. You kind of missed it. The familiar energy that runs through your veins, your powers are now back.
What do you want?
Once again, I am showing you this. This is the place where you must go next. I am showing you this memory of the past so you know what happened. That you know why you are here, to know who you have to go after. And when he does, and he snaps his fingers once more, and he basically rewinds time, the Revengers leave, and everything goes in reverse. The Revengers leave. Santura is now back captive, and now it is back to the position of where the leader is holding a knife above his head, and he is going to walk over and he's going to go behind the leader and he's going to go, these people, and he's going to basically like use like both of his pointer fingers and he's going to point towards them, like he is in like behind him, he's pointing both at him specifically. He's going to go, these people, the people who wear these black and purple coats, these people who use my name, not my actual name, because why would I give that away to you filth? But this, and he's going to basically like gesture towards him and the people around him, these are false people. These are false. They claim to be my prophets. They are false. You and your mother are true. If you want to find them, this is a step, isn't it? I don't have eyes. I don't know if I don't have eyes around all. I don't know if they actually have your trinkets, your little things that you were running after. I don't know. But I am leading you towards them because I am being kind. I at least try to gain some trust back with my prophet. Is that so wrong? Do you not want my help?
He's still just like kind of, he looks at the ground, he just doesn't know what to say.
Do you think I am wrong? Zato, do you think I am wrong for doing this? I keep saying I am sorry for the ways that I invaded your nightmares, but this was the only way to get your attention that wouldn't have scared you to death. I put you out peacefully. I am now watching over the bodies in that weird carriage that you bought. I am watching over you all. None can harm you while I am here. I am protecting the 4 of you. I am protecting that cat. By the way, and he's gonna turn to normal. The cat's
Thank
fine.
you.
Currently on my
I was gonna
lap.
ask that.
Currently purring on me. Cute little bugger. Really nice.
Thank you. Then you can do whatever you want to do these boys, as long as Gift's okay. I don't care what you do to them.
Normal.
Normal.
He's gonna chuckle and he's gonna go, I like you. Tiny one. I like you. And then he's gonna look back at you, Zato, and he's gonna go, I am helping you. I will lead you to this place. It'll look exactly the same as the way that you see it now. I will lead you to it. You just have to take my word, Prophet. Am I leading you in the right direction? I am, but will you believe me?
Why didn't you
I will
just
trust
teleport us here in the first place instead of making us do that journey?
Why would I teleport you into a death wish when you are not prepared? Why would I teleport you into a room of my fanatics when you are not prepared? That would just be a death sentence. If you land right in front of them, don't you think?
Your opinion.
Yes.
If you are unprepared, they would be surprised, yes, if I just dropped you there, but wouldn't you be surprised as well if I just took you from your carriage without even protecting you and just dropped you there and said, well, there you
Okay.
go, fight it out.
Okay. We'll do it. Or at least I'll do it.
And Orlath
You
is
know
going
you
to
regret
smile
this.
at you. Oh, my prophet, you will not regret it. I don't know if you will find your artifacts, but I know you will not regret it, because even if you don't, you are one step closer to actually finding them, to actually helping your somewhat pathetic father, who tainted my prophet. The only good thing that came out of the 2 of them being together was you. I will be here if you need me. You just have to say my name. And then all of a sudden he's going to snap once again. And then all of you wake up in the carriage.
I look for Gift.
What?
Gif is currently in front of your face.
Yay!
Little-
And I ignore everyone else and I play with Gift.
Zato, I need you specifically to make a, I would say a perception check with advantage.
Alright. The first one is a 13. The second is an 11.
The 13 is obvious to you. You see a basically a little wisp of inky black smoke, the same black smoke that put you all to sleep, the same black smoke that Orlath appeared out of, that is leading you in a certain direction. It is basically leading throughout town, pulling you towards the left, towards the path that Nomel had discovered earlier that she had not told you about. But I'm just saying for the audience, this was the path that Nomel was found earlier, that is leading you in a certain direction out of town. And in your mind, you hear, follow my smoke. You will not be disappointed. And that, ladies and gentlemen, and my other non-binary friends in between, is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Wow.
For my friends in the chat, I'm sorry. For my friends actually in the voice call with me, I am sorry that we went a little longer than expected. I am very sorry about that.
No. It's good.
No, you're fine.
But that is the end of the episode for now.
Poor Zato.
Okay, I'm just glad I got gift back.
I was okay. I'm not kidding. When when Ella was talking to her, I was like, okay, but can you at least tell us where GIF is so Normal can stop panicking about GIF? I was going to say that.
Oh, man.
It's fine.
Gift
I
is in
wasn't
my
gonna
arms
hurt
again.
the cat.
I know you aren't.
Normal's not gonna let you're not
And
gonna let
Nomal doesn't
Normal.
know that you aren't.
Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna hurt the cat.
Oh,
That
man.
if that cat dies, I'm quitting.
I think that's
The
fair.
cat dies,
No.
Nomal dies.
Like take Normal out the game. Bye.
No, Nomal will go down with the cat.
I agree. Chris, I agree. Episode 4, emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
Targeting Zato this time.
Although I was
Zato.
totally waiting for the punchline when they entered in, because
Oh.
you were like, a fire genasi, 2 halflings, a tiefling, walk into the room.
Tiefling walking through a- No, there was gonna be.
I was
Are
waiting
you
for what
kidding
came
me?
next.
The fire genasi hitting on the person that was captured.
Yeah, but it was like it was a perfect setup to like a joke. Like these
It
guys walk in our
was.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
or
there
walk
was-
into a bar.
Yeah, I should have done.
Ugh.
A fire genasi, 2 halflings, a gnome, and a tiefling
No,
walk into a
tiefling
room.
walk
Walk into a bar.
Walk into our room. But then he
Uh.
left it that, and so I was like, oh, like I was just waiting.
Oh.
Revenge of
Oh
the
my
I
God,
think
Gift.
I rolled to save my life tonight, though.
Rise of Gift. That's actually a good one, Spark. That's a good one.
Rise of Gift. That better be episode 6. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I.
Oh my god. Well,
Rise of
so with like cats and stuff, they are able to be a part of the battle.
They
Yeah.
are. I want to.
But
let's
this
see.
is a kitty cat.
That is true. So you would
Yeah.
basically just half of what a normal
Giff is
cat would
not
be.
going into battle.
Yeah.
Not without a full bubble of like armor.
I am like
Technically,
actually,
I can get him to
cat-
14 with a mage
cats in
armor.
D&D
I can get him to a 14
cats-
armor class.
Yeah, cats in D&D have an armor class of 12 and have 2 hit points. So technically he can get up to a 14.
I can get him
Also,
to a 14 with mage armor.
I
He
fully
only has 2 hit
for-
points.
Yeah. So this is what I'm thinking. So for anyone in chat who has actually watched Critical Role campaign 2, I am fully thinking of GIF as like Sprinkle, like the Jester's like pet weasel, who literally is like he survives everything. Like it's like no matter what situation they are thrown in, like they are thrown into acid pools, they are underwater for like several hours, and somehow Sprinkle is always okay, and you
Oh my
wonder like
God.
how like the poor thing is tortured, and he's he's
Yeah.
actually just fine. He's just traumatized. Like I want it to be like that, but not traumatized.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I mean,
Because I will never send Giff into
the
battle.
funny thing is, though, is if you would have chosen a specific, what is it, wizard or something, you could have had a familiar to start out with.
Yeah.
No.
So you could
but
have had
I
Giff in the very first episode.
got Giff in the second episode.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So
I
it's fine.
was debating on wizard, but sorcerer just sounded better.
Giff will not be harmed. There will be no harmings of Giff in this campaign.
Yes. Of course.
I will not harm
I'm just
you.
kidding.
Until Nomel,
last week you
until
attacked
Nomel
my
drops.
horses.
Until Nomel drops and Lemon has to create
Yeah,
a whole
the-
new character.
The horses can die. GIF cannot. That was our rules up
Horses
here.
did not die.
The horses almost died. The horses. The horse.
horse
The
went
horse
They
needed-
were close. They were close.
One of the horse was making death saving throws. That is not okay.
I saved it immediately and stopped the death
Yes.
saving throws.
Yes, but one of the horses was still on death saving.
Yeah. Now this popped up.
Okay.
This episode popped up with just last second, basically. How Emmy went through it. The story.
Yeah, well, let me give you guys a little bit of behind the scenes, because originally we thought, I'm not going to say who, but we thought one of our main members was not going to make it tonight, so I had to come up with an idea just in case they couldn't make it. and I decided to go through like, oh, me and JD were talking earlier, and I was like, he was like, what about a dream sequence? I was like, that's actually a really good idea. And I did this, and then turns out one of our the member who couldn't make it before actually could make it, and I was like, you know what? I'll just make this the session because I already put in so much planning. So.
Yeah.
So that was made in a day. I am exhausted.
It was a good one.
Next time.
Yeah,
I
Gif,
got to be
Gif
a little
wasn't
more-
gonna be here, guys.
I got to be a little more attitude-y because we finally had someone that actually got into the faces of the group.
It was.
I've also
wasn't
now
gonna be here.
I've now officially rolled attack rolls on all of our party members too.
And still
Oh,
haven't
sweet.
taken damage from you.
Well, I wasn't intending on not taking damage. I just wanted you
Yeah.
know, like so you get up in your face and like you like to settle down and knock them, like you push them both away.
Mm-hmm.
Like the best way to get someone out of a situation is to like pull them out.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should have just pulled you instead of trying to push you.
Well, that would have still had to go through like my strength check or something.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I would have done a strength check for that, but you were trying to actively push him down, so I was like, let's do like just a
Yeah,
little
oh
bit
my.
of like attack.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just
goodness.
couldn't roll high enough.
Yeah,
Okay.
your rolls were. Whew.
I
rolls were rough.
I hungry. I need to eat.
Before
I die.
you go eat. You go eat. We're gonna probably end the stream here.
Yeah,
sort of,
we are gonna
JD?
raid some friends.
Raid.
Well, have fun at the raid. I'll probably be in the raid too, but I gotta eat before I
Yeah, you go
swim.
eat. You go eat, bud, because you have to go to school tomorrow. Go.
Don't remind me. All right.
Byron.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Good boy.
So we are gonna raid homebrews and homebodies. So, if I can spell it right.
Hopefully you can. Also, look at the setup that what happens when when one of the people
No.
disappears. They
Whoa.
disappear. Oh.
Yeah, they literally disappear. But now we have stuff situated to where if we needed to, we can have it without a person. I have
Yeah.
other stuff for it.
Thanos snapped Red away. Oh no.
Gif gets a bigger spot.
Gif gets a. Oh my god, Gif can
Actually,
replace Red.
The funny thing is, actually, Emmy gets a giant spot.
Let's go. I get more space.
I think Gif needs their own space.
I mean, I could always just make the GIF thing the size of one of our plaques, and then just put a regular picture of just GIF by themselves.
I mean, not all the time. Just like if someone can't make it,
Yeah, that basically
Gif takes over.
GIF gets their
It's a
own
Gif
spot.
takeover.
Though GIF is on your picture, so that means I have to.
Yeah.
I
So
have
what
to
if?
find a way to take GIF away from your picture and then do it again.
So yeah. Wait. What if Lemon wasn't here and then it was just
It's just
JD, Red, just Gif, and Chris.
It'd be just Gif.
Just it's just Gif.
GIF.
Just
Okay.
Gif. Just Gif.
Y'all just better feed Gif. And
Well, at least it was
Give
dream
them lots of
sequence this episode, so we
love.
didn't really have to feed.
no, I'm saying, but if
Yeah.
I'm not there, Gif needs food. Gif already got food. I already fed Gif.
Yeah, you fed Gif before you guys did the dream
fed-
sequence.
Yep.
Yeah, I fed Gif while ignoring the smoke.
And we are reading Homebrew and Homebodies. These guys are amazing. I'm ready for Wednesday's Homebrews and Homebodies Lemon.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Because Adam Khan is on there. And Adam Khan has a red panda with underwear on his head. And I have been assured that there will be an underwear mask.
An IRL
That's
underwear
right.
mask.
Yes. I am hyped for that. Okay. I will see you guys tomorrow for hopefully a gaming stream that doesn't crash, and then if it doesn't crash and doesn't screw up, I will do more streams this week. I just want to make sure everything works. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye, friends.
My friends.